Peeps, how we all doing? Good, I hope. Right, so I've now got out of the village. I'm heading down to Swindon. Like I said before, I talk about many things on my channel, and one thing I want to make everyone aware of is May is Stroke Awareness Month. Now, as those of you that have followed me on my channel will know, I suffered a stroke back in September, and I'll be honest with you, I was devastated, absolutely devastated. You know, from being probably the fittest 64-year-old you've ever met in your life, I went to the point where I couldn't manipulate my left arm or my left hand, and it stopped me from doing things such as tabbing, playing golf, playing my guitars. And I felt my life had come to an end. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I had a little bit of a depression state, which thankfully the nurses from the stroke ward from Leicester Royal Infirmary were coming out and checking up on me and making sure I was okay. So to everyone that was involved in my recovery, I want to thank you very much, especially Sarah, the nurse that did so much for me. But I put in my normal knobby mental attitude sort of thing, you know. I, like my cancer back in 2006, I was determined it wasn't going to beat me. And here I am now. Yeah, I'm slowing things down. I'm not tabbing as fast as I used to. And if you watch any of my other videos, you'll see how fast I used to be. I'd normally range somewhere around about 5 miles an hour. Yeah, in my tabs. That's with this Bergen on my back, which weighs about 30 pounds. Okay, now I'm probably doing about 3.5, 4. Taking it nice and steady. So I've learned things. You know, I've learned that life is for living. I joined the Stroke Association, and my recovery was actually publicised nationally. We saw it in our local paper, the Loughborough Echo, where the Stroke Association used the fact of how I came through it. And through the Stroke Association, I went onto a forum and started speaking to other people that had suffered a stroke. Some of them, it's a big struggle for them. One of the gentlemen in his 80s had his stroke 6 years ago and still needed his wife to help him with various things. So I looked at my situation and realised I'd come out probably the better side of things. Yeah, it was only a minor stroke, but it was still quite a shock indeed. So what I would like to say is, as far as the Stroke Association and stroke awareness, please have a look on the Stroke Association website. Look at the symptoms. Not all symptoms are the same. That's the big thing. I didn't have the slurred speech or the dropped facial expression or anything like that. What happened with me was I lost movement in my left arm and my left hand. I thought I'd trapped a nerve. To the point that when I went to the urgent treatment centre in Loughborough, they were shocked that I'd driven all the way from Birmingham back to Loughborough to see if there was anything they could do for me. To the point that they asked me how I got there, and I said I'd driven. The nurse was shocked, and we ended up having to get Lisa to come pick me up and take me to A&E in Leicester Royal Infirmary. The reactions by the medical team at LRI were second to none. I've got to say that because it was absolutely second to none. Within 15 minutes of me walking through the door, I was in the triage bay. Then I was surrounded by a gang of people with backpacks on and everything. Couldn't believe it. Wonder what the hell was going on. Yeah, and within 2 hours, I was up on the stroke ward. Yeah, admittedly, I was only in the stroke ward for 3 days because I did everything that the nurses told me that I needed to do. And then under early release, I then spent about 2 months with the early release team, coming around and doing various tests and so on, and making sure that I was okay. So please don't think that it will never happen to you. I would have thought the same thing. Yeah, you never know what's going to happen to you. You never know what's going to happen to someone close to you. So please, keep an eye on it. Families and friends. If you see anything that you think's a bit untoward, get them to go and see the doctor or whatever. My Auntie Anne, who will be 87 this year, I went down and saw her the other week down in Portsmouth to find out that she'd had a stroke. Now, Auntie Anne was a keen badminton player. She used to play it on a regular basis, even at the age of 80 odd. She's at a slight down, she's not playing as much as she used to. But she's had a stroke, again, only a minor one. But she's on the road to recovery, which is the main thing. So it doesn't matter what age you are, it can happen to you. Like I say, I was 64, Auntie Anne at the time, 86. She's going to be 87 in a couple of months' time. So please have a look at this stroke awareness. Have a look at the Stroke Association. If, like has happened to me since I had my stroke, you might find people advertising Stroke Association in the supermarkets. A lot of the people that are actually out doing the support are people that have actually suffered a stroke or had someone close to them that has suffered a stroke. Take a few minutes out of your day, go and speak to them. I did. I told them my story. The 2 guys that I spoke to, it was his son that had the stroke, and me and the lad's son had a good old chat, talked about what was going on between us, and realised that it could be anything nowadays that could cause it. To this day, I still don't know what caused the stroke. I know that I had a brain bleed on the rear right hand side of my brain, and that caused it. Oh, that was the cause of the stroke, but what caused the brain bleed, we don't know. So like I say, please have a look at this Stroke Association. Recognise the symptoms, and it comes under what we call FAST. Face, arm, speech, and I forgot what the T is now. I'll have to look at that again, won't I? But have a look at it, because the faster you react to it, the better you are on recovering from a stroke, as happened to me. Okay, I'm going to let you get on. Waffled again, you know. Oh, good at waffling. I'm not as good as Keith, am I? No, no one can be as good as Keith. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and there'll be another couple of videos coming out today.